Distinguished guests, dear ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you very much for the invitation. It is a real honor to be here. As outlined in Josh's excellent op-ed as well, Central Europe is a fascinating and rapidly growing region. Figures show that the Visegrad countries are the engine of economic growth in Europe. Their growth rate is well above the EU average, their GDP is growing almost twice as fast as most members of the Eurozone, and 7 out of the EU's top 10 fastest growing economies are in our region. But in the next few minutes, I would like to discuss a different aspect of regional development. I would like to focus on one of the most vital conditions for growth, which is, and should be, education. István Széchenyi, who was also mentioned today by Director Szántó, who is still known to many as the greatest Hungarian, was a Hungarian politician, a great statesman, a political theorist, and a prolific writer. In 1830, Széchenyi wrote that the strength of a nation depends primarily on the quality of its intellectual elite. I think this is particularly true in our region. But when it comes to our elite, we have a huge challenge to overcome, which is the brain drain phenomenon. Our brightest talents are threatening to leave, attracted by professional opportunities abroad. We will not be able to preserve our strength and our ability to grow without finding a way to keep our talents in the region. But how can we do this? It is, of course, somehow related to economy. We have to be able to offer a good quality of life, adequate wages, interesting opportunities, potentially even tax cuts for young people. But there is another side to this. Our young people need to want to stay. They have to know that they have a duty to fulfill and feel the pride in doing so. And this is the point where education comes into the picture. Because during those formative years, it is crucially important which values and larger vision we convey to our youth. If you allow me, I would like to share a bit of a more personal experience. I was born after the regime change in the 1990s. My parents and most of my teachers were raised and gained work experiences during communism. We were often told in school that we should feel very lucky for all the amazing opportunities that we have, even if it's just having the option to learn a foreign language that was not Russian or go and study abroad. My peers and I were constantly encouraged to grasp these opportunities, but we have never really been told what for. We never really talked about our civic responsibilities, the future of our nation, region, and our role in all of this were never discussed in school. I do think that it's time to change this. We need to have an education system which enables our country's youth to know both the past and present of Central Europe. We need to provide sufficient information, ask the right questions, and have thought-provoking conversations with them. This is the only way they can be proud of their roots, know what great opportunities the region has to offer, want it to prosper, and most importantly, feel that they are willing to work and fight for it. This is why institutions like the Collegium Intermarium or Matthias Corvinus Collegium, MCC, the institution that I represent here today, are great initiatives. The idea of MCC came from the realization that the mass education system simply fails to fulfill a number of essential educational roles. When attending a lecture in Hungary, a university student often goes into a hall with 200 other students, listening to a 1.5 hour long pre-written presentation without much interaction. At MCC, on the other hand, we provide personalized, small group trainings, and unlike it was during communism, we encourage our students to take responsibility and action for the benefit of not only their immediate environment, but also their nation, and more broadly speaking, their region. I'm very happy to say that it seems that there is a demand for this. We currently have more than 1,800 students, and after 5 years, we'll have close to 10,000 participants enrolled in our 35 centers across Central Europe. We also aim to establish further partnerships with the best institutions in the region, with partners from Poland, Czechia, Slovakia, Austria, and Slovenia, among others, in order to make sure that the idea of Central Europe is not only some dry, distant historical fact, but a reality, and an environment that our young citizens know and appreciate. I firmly believe that creating a patriotic elite is a fundamental condition for the growth of our region. And I'm very happy to see that more and more institutions are joining forces in this great endeavor. I wish you best of luck with this for the next years. Thank you very much.